What is going on, people inside that internet machine today? It's been a while, but we finally got some pickups. These are Christmas pickups and some trade-in stuff, so let's just get into it. All right, so the first thing, I talked about this in my channel update. We got a Nintendo Switch. My wife got me that for Christmas. Limited edition, only myself and the Queen of England have this particular version, so be jealous. I bought this a couple years ago at Star Wars Pinball because I knew by the time I got a Switch of my own, my sons have Switches, but I knew by the time I got a Switch of my own that I would not be able to find this. I'm glad I got it. I got it at Walmart for like $13 years ago. There's like 20 tables on this thing. There's a career mode, an online tournaments. There's just so much cool stuff. And yeah, like I said, I'm glad that I got that. Also for Christmas, my wife got me a bunch of these PS2 game holders. I've literally used more than half of them already because I started going through my PS2 collection and I was like, how much is this game worth? And games like Gungrave are like crazy expensive. Like Ninja Turtles 2 and 3, TMNT 2 and 3. I'm like, why are these games like $30, $40 games? Like I have Nightshade. Nightshade's like a super expensive game and it really wasn't a long time. It was like $15 game. So I asked for these little guys for Christmas and I have been using them up. In fact, that's all that I have left. And I probably had a stack like that. So check your PS2 games because prices are going through the roof. So we got a Switch. We needed a case for our Switch. I don't want it to get scratched or damaged. I saw this very cool travel case at GameStop. It was 20 bucks. I have a $5 monthly reward, and then I had 54,000 reward points. So I used some of those to get a $15 credit. So we got that for free. And these things glow in the dark. I saw this case and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. But yep, got a case for our Switch. Quick Goodwill pickups, got Cocoon on VHS. It was 49 cents, but it was half off, so 25 cents for Cocoon. We already watched it. I'm gonna throw this up on my eBay store probably, because I'd rather have the DVD, the 1 and 2 on DVD than the VHS, but it's only like $6 on eBay, so not crazy there. This was a good find. This is a Sirius XM satellite radio, the dock and play vehicle kit, but it's still sealed. The XM only X, yeah. So yeah, still sealed. This was $2 at Goodwill. These comp out around $40. So I'm gonna get that listed right after this video. So we got this at Maxine's Bargain Box. It was $75, but I have like $392 in trade credit. So I just used my trade credit to get this. We are doing a lot of 16-bit games that I want to play this year, and they had Contra Hardcore for the Sega Genesis in the cardboard box, not the clamshell case. I don't know if it came in the clamshell case, but this box has definitely seen better days. It does have the manual. There's the insert and cartridge. Manual's back there. But I think this cartridge goes for about $75. So I think what Dave usually does is like, he'll just charge for the price of the cartridge. I've noticed he does that a lot. He won't charge for extra for like the manual. And if the box is in this type of condition, you can see it's kind of warped and stuff, but he won't actually charge extra for the box. So yeah, he's very, very fair over at Maxine's Bargain Box, but I definitely got this to play. All right, new week, guys. So yeah, grab this for 20 bucks at Walmart. Cruis'n Blast. I love cruising. I love arcade racers. And I've had my eye on this game. Even when it came out and I didn't have a Switch, I knew I wanted to get it. And it's usually like 30, 35 bucks used at GameStop. And I have enough trade credit. And I'm kind of like, see if it gives cheaper. But I found this copy brand new at Walmart for 20 bucks. I just paid out of pocket and got it, but yeah, what a great game. I beat the normal mode, you know, gold trophied all 6 of the cups in the normal mode, unlocked all the cars, collected all 87 of the collectible keys on the tracks, and yeah, it's an awesome game. I love it, and apparently it was an arcade game, and I did not know that, so I'm thinking Dave & Buster's might still have it, so I'm gonna call around this week and see if they do. And Caroline and I may be going on an adventure this weekend to Dave & Buster's. Like, hey, you wanna go have lunch at Dave & Buster's? And she'll be like, yeah, sure. So we'll go and, oh, look, they have this cruising game. I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, dude, this is such a good game. And Raw Thrills, I know everybody at the studio watches my videos like 10 times, which I appreciate. But try and get the license for Hydro Thunder. Do that just on water and with boats, and like I'll be day one pre-order, 2 copies, 1 to rock, 1 to stock, get the collector's edition. But yeah, I don't like Switch spines. I think that's like generic. It's like PAL PlayStation game. But anyway, Cruis'n Blast, definitely $20 worth of fun there if you can grab one at Walmart. So finally we went to Goodwill today. It was half off of colorful tags. And I got there like an hour later than I wanted to. I want to get there right at 9, but I didn't get there till like 10. And so I wasn't expecting much, but we did find some stuff, and I can't believe some of the stuff that we actually found, because that place was packed, and I know there's a bunch of resellers in there, but yeah, crazy town. So for $2.50, I don't know why the market on this stuff is like skyrocketing. I'll have to do a little bit more research, but sealed, like collectible type dolls, Bratz, Monster High, this Disney stuff, all these prices are starting to go really, really high. So for $2.50, we snagged Marina, I don't know, from Brave. I never saw Brave, but again, for $2.50, this is stuff that I show off on my toy channel, but I figured it was such good stuff, I'd show it off today. I don't know, like 30 bucks for that, 25, 30 bucks. Last week that I didn't show you in the earlier part of this episode was like when I got that Sirius radio. They had Bratz fashion packs, like just the clothing, not the dolls, still sealed in the package, like $3. So I bought every one of them, and I've got them listed. But probably the find of the day right here. And again, I don't know, I just know that they have value. Monster High dolls. I don't know anything about Monster High. Or any of this stuff really, but I know enough to buy it when it's $2.50. This is Dead Tired Dracula, Daughter of Dracula, you know, Monster High doll. And costs online 70 bucks is what people are asking for this bad boy. And we got it today at Goodwill for $2.50. So can't complain there. I did pick up a couple other things, like there's a couple of My Little Pony carrying cases that I got for like $1.50 or something, but their video game prices at this Goodwill are astronomical. And to be honest, almost everything at this Goodwill is overpriced. And you know it's overpriced when you go in there and there's just crap all over the shelves, and like the shelves are always full, like they're bursting. There's crap all over the floors, you know, boxes of old blenders and stuff. And it's like, you think a manager would walk around the Goodwill and go, hey, none of this stuff is moving. Maybe we should like reduce prices and try and get this stuff out of here. Not at this Goodwill. They have video games for like $8. I mean, it's unreal. Stuff that you would normally go to like another thrift store or another Goodwill, and it's like $2 for a bag of old Matchbox cars. This place charges $5. You know what I mean? Like, they're just always overpriced. But especially in the video game section, because they had a couple guys there, a couple younger guys that I know were video game guys. So anytime stuff would get donated, and you know stuff is getting donated, right? Because there's like Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus and all these other like shovelware games. Like no one's donated a Mario game to this Goodwill in the last year and a half. Like, I don't know. So they're obviously picking through and taking out the good stuff and putting the other crap on the shelf for $8, you know what I mean? And then they wonder why they've got 13 copies of Wii Fit. But anyway, today was half off day. We did find some okay stuff for $2.50. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. This is something like my daughter and I would play through. Plus, for $2.50, I felt like I was getting a good deal because you can bundle these with consoles. It's a cheap way to get a good game that, you know, soccer mom would want her kids to have and play. along with this game here. See, like We Play, $6, but it's half off, so we got it for $3. But you know, for that extra $5.50 that we just spent right there, when we resell a Wii, it makes it a little bit more of an attractive buy, especially for, you know, cautious parents, like soccer moms, baseball dads, that kind of stuff. And I can't believe this was on the shelf. I about had a heart attack right there in the Goodwill, because I haven't seen anything this spicy on a Goodwill shelf in probably a year. Mario Kart Wii. Now it is missing the manual, but that disc is minty. Minty. And again, it was $7, so it was $3.50 for a very nice copy of Mario Kart. And this case is in really nice shape too. But yeah, this might be an upgrade for me. But anyway, those were the video game pickups that we got at Goodwill. So I was trying to find a way to round out these episodes. And Collecting with Cory is doing this thing where he's doing the shelf, what's on the shelf kind of thing, where he's selling games and then using that money to buy games, so he's not really paying money out of pocket, which is really cool. I'll leave a link to Cory's channel down below. If you haven't, just subscribe and check those videos out, because they're awesome. But I was like, man, I want to steal his thunder. I don't want to do what he's doing. So I thought, you know, we play a lot of games in this channel, in this room right here, actually. And I thought, what if we highlighted a couple games that we've been playing throughout that month or whatever? We already highlighted Cruis'n Blast, which I definitely recommend for 20 bucks. But another $20 Super Nintendo game that I beat this year. I usually leave screenshots on my Facebook page, so if you want to kind of follow along games I've been beating, excuse me, make sure you click the link above and follow me on the Facebooks. Cheap Facebook plug. But yeah, so Super Nintendo, man, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, a game that you can still get for, you know, $12, like 20 bucks, I think, in Mystic Quest. But yeah, it's really like turn-based RPG light, which is what I liked about it. I really wanted to beat a turn-based RPG, and that's a great beginner's RPG. They are intimidating to me. The level up systems, the magic, how you use all that stuff, crafting, you know, somebody tells you something and then 4 hours later you're expected to remember that clue or something. Like, they're just very overwhelming to me. But Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is very RPG light. There's like 4 weapons, all the armor that you get automatically upgrades to the highest level, you know, and it really kind of holds your hand, which is nice because it allows me, somebody that doesn't play those types of games, the ability to enjoy the game a little bit more. It's not this crazy open world game. It's kind of like Mario World, where there's spots on the map and you kind of push the directional button to get there. And you know, it's very simple. It'll tell you, go north to the Bone Dungeon, and then you push up 3 spaces on the map, and there it is, labeled the Bone Dungeon, right? So that's how much it holds your hand, but I appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, leave a comment down below for sure. I enjoyed it, but I understand where hardcore RPG people are like, that game's dumb, don't play it. But if you're intimidated by RPGs, that's a game that you definitely want to play. All right, so last game recommendation. Now, Cruis'n Blast. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this. It sort of is inspiring me to make some top 5s, like top 5 arcade racers. And I finished playing this game, which is an Xbox 360 exclusive. And if you like shooters, I feel like you should get it now. But I was thinking about doing a top 5 shooters kind of thing. But it is Raiden Fighters Aces. Again, on the 360. Already expensive at about $50, but it is a collection of all 3 of the Raiden Fighters games. So you get Raiden Fighters 2, Raiden Fighters Jet, and they're just awesome. Now, one of the things that make arcade shooters so addictive is that one more try. Like, if I had one more quarter, if I did that one little thing, I could get past that section. And that has that in tons, man. That game was so much fun to play. And like I said, I highly recommend it. You look at it, it's like one of those games that you know in 5 or 6 years is easily going to be about $100 game. So have Gam get you an Amazon gift card and go buy yourself some Raiden Fighter Aces. You know, like shooters are still sort of niche, and especially on the Xbox, especially on the 360. You know what I mean? Like, they got, you know, Raiden Fighters, Death Smiles, Akai Katana, Automedius Excellent. Maybe they're like Raiden 3 or something. Raiden 4, and that, man, I just can't think of any other shooters past that, but yeah, I don't know. Raiden Fighters Aces is definitely one that you want to hone in on and make it a priority to get because it is so good. And like I said, it's a collection of 3 games, so there's some value there and a lot of replayability. Anyway, those were the game recommendations. Cruis'n Blast, Mystic Quest, and Raiden Fighters Aces. All right, so that is going to do it. Before we go, what are some Switch games that I need to be playing? I like arcade racers, I like shoot 'em ups, I like action type games. Leave some recommendations down below so I know to look for some stuff because listen, I played 2 Switch games. I didn't think I'd like this Switch as much as I do, but I can't keep my hands off this damn thing. It is an incredible console. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share on social media. Don't forget to bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM retro gaming goodness. Guys, take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.